The Sun is the star at the center of the solar system. It is a nearly perfect sphere of hot plasma, heated to incandescence by nuclear fusion reactions in its core, radiating the energy mainly as visible light and infrared radiation. It is by far the most important source of energy for life on Earth. Its diameter is about 1.39 million kilometers, 864,000 miles, or 109 times that of Earth. Its mass is about 330,000 times that of Earth. It accounts for about 99.86% of the total mass of the solar system. Roughly 3/4 of the Sun's mass consists of hydrogen, 73%, the rest is mostly helium, 25%, with much smaller quantities of heavier elements, including oxygen, carbon, neon and iron. The Sun is a G-type main sequence star, G2V, based on its spectral class. As such, it is, informally and not completely accurately referred to as a yellow dwarf. It formed approximately 4.6 billion years ago from the gravitational collapse of matter within a region of a large molecular cloud. Most of this matter gathered in the center, whereas the rest flattened into an orbiting disk that became the solar system. The central mass became so hot and dense that it eventually initiated nuclear fusion in its core. It is thought that almost all stars form by this process. The Sun's core fuses about 600 million tons of hydrogen into helium every second, converting 4 million tons of matter into energy every second as a result. This energy, which can take between 10,000 and 170,000 years to escape the core, is the source of the Sun's light and heat. When hydrogen fusion in its core has diminished to the point at which the Sun is no longer in hydrostatic equilibrium, its core will undergo a marked increase in density and temperature while its outer layers expand, eventually transforming the Sun into a red giant. It is calculated that the Sun will become sufficiently large to engulf the current orbits of Mercury and Venus, and render Earth uninhabitable, but not for about 5 billion years. After this, it will shed its outer layers and become a dense type of cooling star known as a white dwarf, and no longer produce energy by fusion, but still glow and give off heat from its previous fusion. The enormous effect of the Sun on Earth has been recognized since prehistoric times. The Sun was thought of by some cultures as a deity. The synodic rotation of Earth and its orbit around the Sun are the basis of solar calendars, one of which is the Gregorian calendar, the predominant calendar in use today. The solar constant is the amount of power that the Sun deposits per unit area that is directly exposed to sunlight. The solar constant is equal to approximately 1,368 watts per square meter at a distance of 1 astronomical unit, from the Sunday sunlight on the surface of Earth is attenuated by Earth's atmosphere, so that less power arrives at the surface in clear conditions when the Sun is near the zenith. Sunlight at the top of Earth's atmosphere is composed of about 50% infrared light, 40% visible light, and 10% ultraviolet light. The atmosphere in particular filters out over 70% of solar ultraviolet, especially at the shorter wavelengths. Solar ultraviolet radiation ionizes Earth's day-side upper atmosphere, creating the electrically conducting ionosphere. The Sun emits light across the visible spectrum, so its color is white, with a C-color space index near, when viewed from space or when the Sun is high in the sky. The solar radiance per wavelength peaks in the green portion of the spectrum when viewed from space. When the Sun is low in the sky, atmospheric scattering renders the Sun yellow, red, orange, or magenta. Despite its typical whiteness, most people mentally picture the Sun as yellow. The reasons for this are the subject of debate. The Sun is a G2V star, with G2 indicating its surface temperature of approximately 5,778 K, that is 5,505 degrees Celsius, and like most stars, is a main sequence star. The average luminance of the Sun is about 1.88 gigacandela per square meter, but as viewed through Earth's atmosphere, this is lowered to about 1.44 GCD/M2. However, the luminance is not constant across the disk of the Sun, due to limb darkening. The core of the Sun extends from the center to about 20 to 25% of the solar radius. It has a density of up to 150 gram per centimeter squared and a temperature of close to 15.7 million kelvins. The Sun has 8 known planets. This includes 4 terrestrial planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars, 2 gas giants, Jupiter and Saturn, and 2 ice giants, Uranus and Neptune. The Solar System also has at least 5 dwarf planets, an asteroid belt, numerous comets, and a large number of icy bodies which lie beyond